A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. It fights him off. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
But 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this right back to Reagor. 7 yards the pickup there. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a account slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on it. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
From the 44, Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go play action with Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll get this up only to about the 22.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
And as we all remember, 2020, not the greatest of years for the Eagles as a whole, but you certainly can't pin it on their pass rush. They were absolutely terrific throughout the season. 49 sacks as a unit, the 3rd highest total in the NFL, much of it generated by their front 4.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Coup for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Patterson on the carry.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
To throw is Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Ryan to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Exit, 54.
Throwing again, Ryan. It's complete to Golden Tate. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll check this down to Johnson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage that time by Isaiah Oliver.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 14 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
To throw again on second down.
Hurts.
Flushed out right, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll look to throw here. This is Smith with a grab.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Alex Singleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off at the 11, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it. This ball complete to Rager.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Play action. It's Ryan.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Ryan. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
What a difference a year made so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams going from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 73 yards.
And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They go play action with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
55 rushing yards, rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Patterson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Up to make the tackle, Anthony Harris, former Viking.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 36-yard.
Once more, they turn to Patterson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, Gainwell.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
73 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Jalen Rager was the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And now here's another interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now